Adventures of Tom Sawyer, written by Mark Twain. Mark Twain's real name is Samuel Longhorn Clemens, and he was has used many pen names like George, Thomas Jefferson, and Sandras, and Mark Twain. He was born in Missouri. He is a novelist and humorist journalist, and he is a riverboat pilot also in Mississippi River, and he was called as the father of American literature by William Faulkner. And this is a novel, and this is a sequel to Huckleberry Finn. It has been written and published in 1876. It composed of 35 chapters. This is a novel sequel to a Huckleberry Finn, and Huckleberry Finn has been published in 1844. And it is a nostalgic memory. It depicts the nostalgic memories of Mark Twain in Missouri. And the fictional town of St. Petersburg is inspired by the Hannibal of Missouri, where Twain lived as an riverboat pilot. And the youthful life of a young protagonist during the time of industrialization has been clearly depicted through this novel. Tom Sawyer is the protagonist of this novel. He is a school leader. And Aunt Polly is the guardian of Tom, kind-hearted, worried about Tom's safety always. And another character is Huckleberry Finn. He is the son of a town drunkard, and both he helped Tom, and he acquired Tom along with him for his adventures also. Becky Thatcher is Judge Thatcher's daughter, and she is very beautiful, and she has yellow hair. And Joe Harper is a bosom friend of Tom, a best friend also. Huck assumes Joe's place of Tom, and he was homesick of in Jack's Island. He is the very best companion of Tom. Say this, Tom's half brother. He is opposite to Tom. He always misbehave with Tom. Mary is Tom's sweetheart, and she is a cousin, and she is very saintly also. Injun Joe is a violent and a villain. He took revenge, and he robbed the widow Douglas' house. He is a half native American and a half Caucasian. And Muff Porter is a drunkard and a friend of Injun Joe, and he is grateful for Tom and Huck, mistakenly jailed for murder of Dr. Robinson. Dr. Robinson is a local physician. He hears Injun Joe and Muff Porter to dig the Horse Williams graves to dig corpus for his medical experiments. Mr. Spongy is a minister of a town church. Widow Douglas has a resident in St. Petersburg. Huck saved her life when the robbers attacked her life, and she loves Huck very much. Mr. Jones is a British man. He is a neighbor of Widow Douglas. Judge Thatcher is a country judge, closing caves for safety of the region, and he takes in charge of the children's treasures also. And Jim is sold as a slave to Aunt Polly, and Amy Lawrence, Tom's former lover. She was abandoned by Tom when Becky arrives to the town. Ben Roger is one of the Tom's friend, and persuade to whitewash Aunt Polly's fences. And Alfred Temple is a well-dressed boy, likes Annie, become prey for Tom, and Huck's loved him. And Mr. Walter is the Sunday school superintendent, and he rewards Tom with a Bible. Mrs. Bobbin is the schoolmaster, and he is the saddest character in this novel. And his aim was to become a doctor. And he is a heavy drinker, but for schoolboys pranks.